Hi, my name's Kaylin, and this is my data collection presentation. So for me, my data collection is going to be focusing on how UFly helps students to keep their engagement, show comprehension skills, as well as how they are doing in ELA. So UFly is the University of Florida's literacy program, and it is designed based off the science of reading and how it helps the students grow in their phonemic awareness, phonological awareness, and their reading foundational skills. So my focus for my data collection tools is going to be student interview, teacher interviews, informal and formal assessments, as well as doing some journaling while I'm observing my class during this time. If they seem like focusing on like whether the students seem engaged, are they participating, do they want to participate, things like that. These data collection tools are going to be implemented throughout my classroom, and a lot of the time they'll be via the UFly program, so focusing on their sounds, different letter combinations, CVC words, different things like that. And the way this data is going to be collected is in the classroom, and I will get consent from the parents. But in the classroom, I'll be collecting the data via the observations, interviews that I do one-on-one with the students or teachers, and it's also going to be relating to my inquiry questions, specifically focusing on the UFly program as a whole. So for consent, many of my families speak another language at home. Primarily it's Spanish, but there are some other families who speak other languages. So I will be creating a flyer that will be in English and Spanish that will discuss what's happening, what's going to be presented in the master's program, as well as what's the purpose of this and why is it being done, just so that the parents have an understanding of what is happening in the classroom as well as what is expected. Because I don't want the parents to feel uncomfortable at all, and if they do feel that it's uncomfortable and they do not want their child to participate, I will respect that and find a way to work around it. I will, with the flyer that will go home, I will be also sending the consent form stapled to that so that it can get returned to me. A lot of the times with these families, they don't understand what you send home if it's in English, so I'm going to be making sure to send it in both English and Spanish so that I can better help the families understand what's going on in the classroom, because they do deserve that and they also want to know. And they do a lot of translating to help communicate what needs are needed. Next, teacher interviews. So when I do teacher interviews, it's going to be a lot of verbal consent, but there will also be some written consent based on what I take away from the interview. So if the interview is more of like, well, do you like it or do you not like it? I will mention the person I interviewed anonymously, and I will give them like teacher 1 or teacher 2. And if they do not want to be named, or however they feel comfortable. The other reason I'm going to do verbal and written consent is because a lot of teachers who don't want to be the interview won't necessarily be informational for me. If it's like determining on how they feel about UFly or if they use a different program, I think it'll definitely be based on the importance of what they're saying, and also if it's relating to my topic. And if I see that a lot of teachers that I'm interviewing don't use UFly or any aspect of it, then that interview will be cut, and that's where the verbal consent comes in more than the paper consent. Via communications with other teachers, these consents will definitely be determining how much I use. A lot of the time when it comes to these interviews, I will be recording them and hopefully having a better understanding of like what their thoughts are, but also transcribing them so that I can go and reference them if I need to. I do believe it's good what I'm doing, and I think a lot of teachers at my site will want to help. because they value the students, and I've seen such amazing things